In the morning when I'm driving, I really come alive when I listen to my Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air, it's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie in the morning while I'm driving. Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie Q. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q. Take a seat and go meet Ronnie. Sweet, 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 sweet Ronnie. No day complete without my Ronnie. She can't be beat. Sweet, sweet Ronnie.
Grand rising, everyone. I apologize for being late. Right when I got ready to go on, my internet went out and I had to reboot everything, and it took forever to finally come back on, and I'm here. Grand rising. I apologize for being late. Okay, let me get the hot in the ass kitted down and speak to everyone who came. I appreciate you guys for being here, kind to me. Grand rising, for good and evil. Good to see you. Yes, I want to thank Palm Reader who did the whole uh, intro song for me. So let's give Palm Reader from LSA a grand round of applause. I love my intro, and she fleshed it out all the way. So I appreciate Palm Reader for that. Very Carey, my mod, thank you for being here. Emery, did I speak? I think I said hello to Emery. If not, hello, Emery. Miss Queenie, thank you for being here. Truth and Reason. Max Boogie is chastising my cat. Hey, Max Boogie. Let me see who else I saw. Madison, thank you for being here, Madison. Rascal, tell your mama to come on. Roscoe sitting over there laid out on his bed like nothing. Hey, Corio, my other mod, and I see Spicy Dicey, my other mod, is back. It's good to see you as well, Spicy Dicey. So I just wanted to speak to, hey sis, I'm back. Okay, I'm back too. I'm back as well. I hope you guys had a good night. Love me some Palm Reader. Salute to Palm Reader. Yes, I am here. Like the video on your ways. Grand Rising, Bernice. It is good to see you. Yes, I saw your comment first, Max. So talk about my cat is hot in the ass. Now, so what's new? What's good? What's going on? What's going on around the YouTube streets? I hear that there has been a shift in the the sales of accepting all of this tomfoolery from Jess Chrisa. So it took them that long. What kills me is it took them that long to just be like, this is some bullshit. I'm not gonna play with the bullshit anymore. I'm surprised it took that long, but I don't know. We deal with a lot of slow thinking people in this sector. We deal with a lot of people who are pulling stunts in games or content because they cannot create any content in this world. So they will even go on with the content that they know is a whole lot of dumb stuff. So if you can't create content, just go with the plays. So it seems like some people are, mm, you know, are they even embarrassed that they've gone with these plays this long? I don't know, but they should be. I know that. Okay, so hey Liz, grand rising to you. Ain't no beef, that's for sure. Sandra, grand rising to you. Spicy is a lady of the night. Lord have mercy. Hey T Danielle. Okay, don't forget on uh December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Leo the Lioness is having her part two charcuterie board. There's going to be a DJ, 500 first place, 300 second place, third place is 200. Very, very good prizes. All of the spots are filled, but go over to her flyer, this flyer on her community wall, and if you want to compete, let her know because we all know that things happen and some people sometimes have to drop out. So let her know that you would like to be a fill in for that competition because as you see, it looks like it's going to be great fun. You definitely see that they're going to have great prizes. It's over on Leo the Lioness page. Go over there, and if you want to see if you can get in, go over there and let her know. She also has a flyer telling you what you need to do to prepare for the competition. She has some videos up, a sample charcuterie board making. Go over there and let her know that hey, think about me if a spot comes open. So we already know that it seems like it's going to be chock full of competitors and fun. So, and the next day over here on my channel, December 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to be doing my third annual Secret Santa where the content creators give back. The content creators who would like to participate in giving back to the subbies will come over. They will exchange names. Then they will exchange cash apps between $25 and $50, but they cannot keep those cash apps. They then must immediately cash app one of the subscribers who is in the chat that is dropping their cash app. This is a way for the content creators to give back to the subscribers who support us all year round, all year around. So I hope the content creators that are in here, I hope you show up, and I hope that we have a good time and giving back to our subbies who give to us. You said my name right. Holla T Danielles. Who don't know how to say your name right? That's I am not choreo loving. Look, Spicy says she'll be back. She'll be right back. She's taking her whole back. Oh, Secret Santa's falls on a good day, my birthday. Oh, that's good to know, Madison. Everybody understand that Madison's birthday is on the Secret Santa day. So you may get several Secret Santa gifts. Who knows? Be in the chat and be dropping your Cash App, Madison. I'm winning first, second, and third place. I'm not even in the challenge. Now figure that one out. You got it going on. Okay, let me see. Good morning, T-Bay Forever. Grand Rising to you. Liz, I hope you feel better as well. Okay, want to make sure the same people that were praising JC is now tired of her bull. Love to the chat. Okay, so I when I was setting up my live last night, I think I was on the replay of Pizarro. And I hear Pizarro yelling is why is Pizarro always on the wrong side of history? Oh, they say if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't know how history even works. So why is she's on the uh free Diddy, I love R. Kelly, why y'all messing with Krista? Like bitch, girl, bye. Krista is a mess within herself. Hey, Gemini love, grand rising to you. A click and a view. Thank you for being here. So, I hear her yelling and screaming, and one of the things that I found shocking was that she was upset that people had gone over to view just Krista's good friend or whatever. So I hear that Jay Dunn played the funeral of this woman on her live. I hear that it was actually a clip from the funeral home itself. So obviously it's out there. And then I heard that Diva Tomboyish also played it. And I know that Queen Before You Act also played it. So there were various different mediums that were playing this funeral. Um, and then I heard that Just Krista had put out a live in regards to this. She was saying that Bree, she see how dirty Bree is. I'm like, how could you not have seen this before then? But I digress. And don't ever play any of my stuff again, and this, that, and the other. And I see how you are, and this, that, and the other. Okay, so heard that little portion, but this is what the curious little portion that I want to talk about. And if you play my videos again, I will strike you, and I will come over and fire up a live and curse you out. Ooh, tell me no, Chris. Oh, you're not gonna curse us out. Okay, so then she goes into this. The Queen Before You Act. I dropped her link in the chat yesterday. And I was so glad that I saw her live on yesterday because what she was playing Krista's very own old videos. And you hear all the lies that this lady was saying in real time based upon what she's saying now. But one of the things, curiously, that she said yesterday was that she was not the person who put that old lady in the nursing home, and that old lady had her own team. She made her own decisions, and it was not up to her. Really? So who don't remember her saying that she was this woman's power of attorney and she made all the medical decisions about this woman? But now all of a sudden, after this alleged theft of over $500,000 from this woman has come out, she wants you to know that she had absolutely nothing to do with putting her in the home. She signed herself in the home. All of the paperwork is done by herself. Am I the only one remember her saying that she was the power of attorney of this woman and she was the one who made the medical decisions when she first came out with this story about the nurse hit her in the mouth and she had to pull her out of the nursing? Was it just me who heard that? Or did any of you guys hear that? Hey, Nappy Child. She knows how to strike. She knows how to strike, but she don't know how to unmod people. She don't know how to unblock people. She don't know how to do any of that, but she gonna strike you down. I'll strike you down, I tell you. I didn't watch that shit. We all heard that. Okay, thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. So she's on the new thing of every day that somebody play an old video of her herself talking, she's going to come out and say why people are lying on her when they are repeating what she said the day before. So it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay. So Renee, very Carey, D185 gifted a membership, hun. I did they oh in Very Carey's chat or in my chat, because I want to thank him if it was in my chat. Chanel B, good morning. You can be a POV and don't be in charge. Not you may can be, but she said she was both. I get what you're saying, but she said she was both. She said she was a POA and she was in charge of all of her medical decisions. So I'm not going to argue about it. That's what she said. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what she said. Um, hey, I thought you were someone else. She can't strike a sentence together. Doesn't know when to use AR, Pacific, specific. Yeah, right. She knows how to strike, Ronnie Q. The 80. Oh, okay. The 185. I didn't see your gift. Thank you. There it is. I appreciate you, the 185, for gifting a membership. And if you receive the gifted membership, don't forget that you can go on the membership only community wall post. And if you would like to receive one of my keychains that I gift to all of my members, you can go to the community wall post where you see the keychains, and it tells you how to contact me. Let's be clear. You do not have to tell me what your screen name is. You do not have to put a first name. You can put a first initial and a last name and whatever address you want me to send this to. And I will send this out as a personal thanks for you for being a member to the Cutie Pies. Okay? This is how it works over here. Do not believe that I will do anything with your information. I don't want your information correlated to your screen name. I just want a first initial and a last name and a place where you would like to receive your keychain. Okay? So who won that? If you would like that, just contact me. Uh, Everybody who's a member has the ability to go on the community wall post, and I know that you are a member because that's the way that you can contact me for the keychain if you would like, because that's how you contact me. So I appreciate I appreciate that. And not it wasn't T Danielle, it was Miss 313. Okay. I love my keychains, by the way, and I'm glad you love them as well. Hey, Dreamy Genie Blue. Okay. Let me Miss Pizarro, she was over there yelling and screaming, and she said, I didn't know how it came to pass that Jay Dunn was streaming it. But she said that Jay Dunn had posed a question or something if someone wanted to watch the funeral. And then she said that Charlie bought her white ass up there, and she either paid or something to got paid to play it or something to that effect. And she said, and y'all say that she's so innocent and this, that, and the other. And and I got in her white ass and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, what are you mad about? What uh, what are you mad about? Hey Charlie, how you doing? I didn't even understand why she was so in an uproar. I mean, what you complain? It was white on white crime. What you complaining about? You complaining about white on white crime, girl? Did you know this lady? And did you bring this lady up on the YouTube stage and divulge all of her maladies and her illness and her sicknesses and her details about when she passed away and what she liked to do and all that stuff? But you sitting up here complaining about white on white crime. When do we ever do that? Let them have. Hey Kimberly, Black, Grand Rising to you. Hey Nessa A, good morning to you as well. I'm just serious. I can't. I'm serious. Okay, so there was that going on. So let me see. Um, is am I missing anything? Now I it's did Lemon come on last night? Hey Hood. What's good? What's good, Hood? Did Lemon come on last night? Does anybody know? Because I didn't hear anything about him. Everybody lying about getting paid to do BS. I don't know. I wasn't over there. I don't know how it worked. That's something the way that I heard it got put out that Charlie either offered to play it if she got cash apps. That's how I think it was put out. That Charlie said she would play it if somebody cash apped her. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm telling you, I'm not sure. That's how I kind of remember it. And Queen Tulsa, I know Queen Tulsa ain't over here. Jay Wilson must not be live chewing his coffee. Is this the real Queen Tulsa? Next case with Queen Tulsa. Grand Rising to you. I don't think that is the real Queen Tulsa. I think that is a fake Queen Tulsa. With a fake Queen Tulsa is kind of fake, but I think that's a real fake Queen Tulsa. I'm not sure. Ronnie Hugh, you said in your opening you can't make sense out of nonsensical information. I just really can't. Okay, so if that's you, Queen Tulsa, Grand Rising. Okay, hold on. You're freezing. I'm doing well. Warm up. Get you some coffee or some hot cocoa and warm up a little bit. I find it quite interesting that Jay Dunn would do anything about a funeral after what was done to her mother. I definitely agree, but she sure was out there doing the most. I definitely agree. So uh, chewing liquor, that's big back behavior. Yeah, Jay Wilson has always chewed that coffee. I said that I've never seen anybody drink coffee and do all that chewing motions. He chews his coffee better than he chew his food. You hear him huffing down that food. We seen him eat them cheesy grits and shit. He never chew no food. He just harf that down his throat because he has such a food addiction. But that coffee, that slows him down. He has to chew on that coffee. Tulsa is definitely needed. She definitely has a place, and I like it when she get people hemmed up and everything. So, what are you saying no about Choreo Lover? I'm just, if that's the real Tulsa, she should be able to give it the same way she take it. We don't have any beef or anything. That's a clone of Tulsa. Drop the link. I'll come up. Let me see if this is the real Tulsa. I am definitely gonna put up a banner because shit. It's bad enough to see Tulsa come up in those scarves and pull them scarves off her head. So let me be sure that this is the actual Tulsa. Let me put some big balls out there. You know, I gotta have different size of balls on the banner if I let Tulsa up. Okay, the link is dropped. I don't know. Didn't I drop the link? I thought I dropped it already. I'm sorry. I have to have an array of different size balls, because you never know what you're gonna get with Tulsa. Okay. All right, there's the link. Har har har. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. Me and Queen Tulsa have no beef. You know. Let me see if this is Queen Tulsa.
I'm get I've got eggs and stuff. I'm making my family some breakfast before they get to school.
Oh, that's right. Do that thing, Miss Queen Tulsa. Hey, Queen Tulsa. I haven't seen you over here. I've seen you once over here. I thought that it was a troll because I've never seen this name that you have in the chat. So that's why I thought it was a troll. Actually,
Oh,
I just usually see the Queen Tulsa Grand Rising. It's good to see a woman up making breakfast for her family. That's a not common thing that's done over here in the beef sector.
uh-uh.
So I commend you for that.
Oh, no problem, girl. I'll be doing my thing, but no, I have a another channel. It's called. Well, I have one that's Queen Tulsa, and then I have one that's Next Case with Queen Tulsa.
That's the one I haven't seen. I'm not familiar with. Next case.
Oh, how are you feeling
Now,
today?
I'm feeling good. Now, I saw them over there trying to give you a hard time about going to watching that funeral. It was they only gave Jay Dunn names out as one the person who played it, but two other people played that same funeral. And why do you think they were giving you such a hard time?
Because it was me.
Hmm. And
Because it was.
what was your response for those who
Oh,
didn't hear your response?
uh,
That you're a
my
news reporter.
Yeah, I'm a news reporter, so it's like I'm gonna be any and everywhere. And my thing is, you knew about it, y'all knew about it. It was certain people over there, but my thing is, I wanted to know what happened. Like, I think that this is an intriguing story, and when you talk about, I think you were saying like the power of attorney. It's so much that comes along with that power of attorney situation because it was just like she got power of attorney and then she immediately put that woman in the home and it was like she was living there then she wasn't living there and it was a whole bunch. It
But
was a
it wasn't just that she said she had the power of attorney. She said she had the power of attorney and she said that she made all the medical decisions for her. But then she tried to come
yes.
back yesterday and said she enrolled herself in a nursing home. I didn't sign any of the papers and she made that decision with her medical team and she totally went back on what she had said the day before. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what she had. I'm just saying what she said.
But see, my thing is, I'm questioning how the sound mind was she actually in sound mind, and out of all people, because it was people there at the funeral. Like, why weren't they involved? Why weren't they on call? Why weren't? Oh no, it was a little. I don't know if you know, but I had covered a story. It was this black lady in New York, and she moved her nephew and his girlfriend in. And before you know, she said everything started off good, and then things drastically changed. They had held her in her house. And long story short, the dude was trying to get her committed into a facility so they can live in her home and they can have charge over her finances
Yeah. That, and like we're unaware that that happens all the time.
all the
And
time.
somebody came out here and if I'm not mistaken, they said that there was a paper shown allegedly when Diva Tom. I didn't watch Diva Tom boyish docs of her, but I did hear, or did you watch it? And did you hear that there was a paper presented where she and Mary had both signed this paperwork about her being her
Oh yeah,
over
uh,
her what
power of
okay,
attorney
what
and
do you
then her
remember?
over being over her finances and that agreement that she had signed at the nursing home that
Right.
she would pay them.
Right. So, I like I said, I didn't see it. I just heard a lot of talk about it being shown. Hey, straight out of the story for out of the storyline for content. Now, isolation is the first thing that they do. They try to isolate you and have anybody who would come visit you not come visit you. You are exactly right, Liz Livos.
Uh-huh.
So,
And that's even in a relationship. When you hear about these DV relationships,
mm-hmm,
nine
mm-hmm.
times out of 10, they'll be like, well, he separated me from my family, or she separated me from my family.
That's the first thing that happens in those type of relationship when you are abusing someone, either if you're in a relationship with them, a friendship with them, or just trying to take advantage of them. That is one of the big things.
Uh-huh. But then you got to take this into consideration too. Somebody that never had nothing, they're going to blow through it like crazy because there's nothing to show for it.
Because you do not expect you a lot of people who have never had anything, never had to earn money or save and build and gain things, they don't respect money. They have no respect for money because they didn't have to work to get it. So I can definitely see how she shitted through money. In one of the videos that was played yesterday on the Queen Before You React, I think is her name. She was playing Krista's Own Money, where she was giving out prizes and stuff. And allegedly, this is during the time that this woman was in the nursing home. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these fake ass relationships, and I don't know how to get unblock people, and I'm gonna strike you, but I can't even unblock people, and
Ooh,
I
right there in
got
that
rid of.
moment, Miss
Go ahead.
Ronnie, right there in that moment, I found out that Miss Mary told Krista that she should be a computer teacher.
Yeah, I heard some. Was that you? Yeah, that was you. And she said, and I was like, good listening. Now, I didn't hear anything about that. You said that was at the funeral that she said
Yeah,
that.
that's
Now,
what she
how
said.
explain that?
Okay, so she had got up there and she wanted to thank everybody for coming, and she got into some conversation about her and Mary, and her and Mary had talked, and um, pretty much the ones that wasn't there, she really loved them, and they know how she felt about them.
And what about the computer teacher? She should be a computer teacher.
And Mary said, that she should be a computer teacher. We joked. She was like, we joked around about it before, and Mary told me, you're going to be a computer teacher.
She can't she can't work. And how do you do that again? Let me write this down. I'm gonna do it later. She's telling you to tell her step by step how to do something that she could be physically doing as they're telling her. And I heard somebody's like, ain't nobody giving you no more tutorials. The people have walked you through this 300 times. I heard that I have to be on the computer to do this, and it's so cold out here. She said it was snowing and thundering. I've never seen that happen, but I don't know. Maybe other people have seen that. She said the weather is so bad. She's never heard of Amazon, and she's going to be a computer teacher, and she don't even know that she can order something off of Amazon. You don't have to go out in the weather. And I'm going to talk about Amazon later, people. She don't know any of this, but she can be a computer teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. That's what Miss Mary said to her. But see, this is my thing. Why? Okay, so she in the beginning, okay, everything was cool, and like I said, she was in and out of the residence, right? So she's
Right.
finally there, and then did you hear that she was doing renovations to that woman's house?
No, I didn't.
She was doing renovations to this woman's house. Come online and bragging about this was her house. Yeah, look at my office and look at this and look at that.
Okay, so she did say, but did she ever say what happened to her house? Because she has claimed that she bought the house from Mary. She said that she purchased the house and she had to get her own attorney to purchase the house from Mary. And she had to pay fair market value. And this was after that big housing crash of 2009. This was around, I think they said 2012 or 2013. So she claimed that she bought it at fair market value because somebody did ask her specifically, did she do a quick claim deed, and she claimed that that's not how she got the house. But I want to know, has she ever explained, did she sell the house if she lost the house? I hear her say, I no longer needed the house. Where if you're being foreclosed on, you no longer need the house. If you sell the house, you can no longer need the house. How did she wind up leaving that house? Did she leave that house with any money? Did this nursing home who had a suit out on her get the house back to pay her nursing bills? What happened? It's
I don't
many
know.
ways. Yeah.
I don't know because she did mention something like she had a house and she didn't have to her house was paid off, so only thing she had to do was like keep up the maintenance and stuff. Um but that's the only thing I know about the house. I don't know how she sold it, when she sold it, or why she sold it. But I do know that she went in there and was renovating that woman's house as though it was hers.
And never mentioned probate. And now Gemini is saying she said Mary always would joke and say she was going to be a computer teacher because she was so bad at computers. Is that what you heard, Tulsa?
Uh, I just heard that Mary said that she was going to be a computer teacher. I don't remember verbatim of all of it. That was just something that stood out to me because of the whole situation when her friend had come up and people was getting blocked up in there.
Now, Chanel B saying she said that she sold it and she didn't need all of that room. Okay, so you can sell. Okay, a rational thinking person cannot need all that room. They can downsize, but they can surely see the benefits in owning as opposed to renting. And if you downsize to a smaller home, you still are gaining equity in the home. You still are profiting from the home. To go to an apartment where you're just paying good money out after bad, where the owner of the actual property can give you a 30 to 60 day notice to move if they want to move in there in back in themselves, if they want to move a family member. There's absolutely no security. Um, so to try to say this as if you didn't just need the square footage doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly. And why wouldn't you go and get you a nice condo? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how much did you sell the money for? And then it leads me to believe. Here, hold on. Let me cut my camera off. Honey's up walking around. But it leads me to believe, what did you do with that money? What did you do with the money when you sold the home? And some people were saying like, she had bought veneers and that she had got like this lipo surgery allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're speculating on that. I don't know where the weight loss surgery came in at. She said that a story. She told a story of going to that nursing home and they injured Mary and knocked her teeth out and abused her. I can't remember the end of the story. I talked about that yesterday, but she said verbally on the live that she went to visit her and she found her in that condition. But
Yes.
on the live that was played yesterday, her own live from yesterday that a Queen Before You Reacts played, when she talked about that situation, she was doing a live. She was showing a picture of Mary that she had recorded of Mary on when she got to Mary, and she was saying, Mary called me and told me to meet me at the hospital. So it was like a whole different story. So she's just a liar. So I'm just, my only point is if you listen to her old videos and her new videos, she's a liar. And I don't even know why they expect anything differently of this woman.
You know what? That woman, you know what? I realize she's been complaining of not about not being able to get sleep, but I believe it's Proverbs 4:16 through 18. There's no sleep for the wicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now a lot of people are saying the nursing home bills may have ate up a lot, but according to her, she took her home out of the nursing home facility, and she said the nursing home wouldn't relinquish that bed, and they kept charging for her for a bed that she didn't have because she was living with Krista during that time. So okay, so this is
Want to
another
know why?
point.
She
Why?
violated the contract. See, the contract is the contract. And once you sign on that dotted line, you're saying, A, I'm gonna be responsible. B, I'm gonna make sure her stuff is being paid. And C, I'm gonna follow all the obligations, right? Because your power of attorney, this is Kristen knew that this was a lot of responsibility before she even got it. She said that her mom had passed before with the condition allegedly, right?
I don't know about the mom. I thought the mom got sick during the time that this lady got sick. I don't know who went first, that lady or her mother. I don't know. Now, here's what I want to talk about. Also, she was saying yesterday, as far as her not being responsible, and this woman made all of her own decisions. She signed her own self into this nursing home. So, when why would if she made all her decisions and all of this, what was it what that she was talking about that the nursing home put her on the papers as this white woman's daughter and all of this type of stuff? So she also said that the judge in the case, this is her explanation, that when you don't have children, unless you have a living will that specifically says who is going to be your power of attorney or whatever, the state takes over. So now she wanted us to assume that this woman was a ward of the state, but she was still in good enough, sound enough mind to sign herself over into a nursing home. But she was still a ward of the state. So everything had to be approved by a judge. So she kept on talking about this judge who told her she did such a good job with her and that she should be at Krista's and all of this stuff. So what type of judge exactly was this? I can understand her. I don't know. I'm not up on that type of stuff. If she's in her sound state of mind, why does she need a judge watching over everything she does? That make no sense to me.
I don't know, but I know the judge has stepped in on Mary's behalf when she looked over those documents, and from what those attorneys have presented, that $580,000 being transferred, and just like you said, it goes back to the house. How is it that this woman was good, and then she all of a sudden be abused, then her health start declining, and then she's up out of here when you come around,
Exactly.
when you're involved, when she's in your care?
Exactly. So none of that stuff makes sense to me.
Mind you.
Yeah.
But if we go there and we go there, we see supposed to be our friend, and she's lost her teeth. You telling
And,
me that
and you
you
want to call the cops?
listen? I'm about to nuck if you buck. Like seriously, who did it? How did this happen? I need answers. I'm not going nowhere, baby. I'm gonna go live. Now,
Now,
this would be the time to go live.
all the
Get
times that
connected to
she
my friend.
goes live and do video, she never thought to go live and said, I found her this way and document the condition that she was in. No,
You don't think
never.
she could have got some help on here to get some answers?
Mm, yeah, so it's all BS. Okay. She also said she has a very nice apartment, and that was not true. Listen, one of those videos that she made addressing Pam, talking about she could stand up and she could walk and look at me, and it was of course it was dark and dank in that place, and it looked like she was in this upright position, and she was like spinning in circles, slowly spinning in circles, but all of the walls had shit hanging on all of the walls. Like, you know how you be in a butcher shop and they got knives and all this type of shit. It was like not one clear place on these walls, and the place was all darkened. And she's Pam, I can stand up, I can stand up. And she I watched 2 minutes of the, I think it was a 5 minute video, and by the 2 minute mark, she was so out of breath from this little movement that she was doing, and that apartment was so, all of the walls were just full of shit hanging and piled up against the wall. And I was like, I know you kidding me. You cannot tell me that she said I, it could be now nice on the outside, but what I saw on the inside wasn't nice. And that's go ahead.
Yeah, well, you just never know because she usually comes on. She's got her candles going and got her face all up into the screen and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. You know what? What really bothers me is like when I don't know, if she's responsible for somebody, her aunt or somebody was in the hospital,
Mm.
and she was supposed to go and get her, and she did, and she sat and she dealt with Duke. So my thing is, what I learned from her behavior, she's weak for a man.
Extremely weak for me. And now, and then and now she says that she's been celibate for like 8 or 9 years, and she has shown to be so gullible about YouTube men. I'm thinking that she doesn't have a lot of outside contact. I think that all of her socializing at this point is entirely on YouTube, because there is no way in God's green earth that she has contact with real people, and she's acting like this about YouTube men, and the things that Duke has said, that he this is a play. I was watching YouTube cameras live yesterday, and this is a script. Like, he doesn't take any of this seriously, and like, what is she getting out of this? It's crazy.
Well, she likes role play, and I'm not sure. Apparently this role play or this situation, I don't. I guess it's cosplay, role play that she likes, it makes me think that was she in this whole role play of being Mary's nurse? I'm gonna take care of you, and got really, really close to her, and
Now,
boom. That's
how did she get so close to Mary? But yesterday, because Duke said that he was going to release some tapes, and she was supposed to be leaving to go pick up her poor sick aunt who had to have surgery, who had a setback, and she refused to go pick that woman up from the hospital as she was being discharged from all of this surgery and setbacks and all of this. And she sat up there and just didn't go pick this woman up, who is her real blood.
no, ma'am. She sat right there, and no, this is the excuse that she had gave. She didn't want to go driving in the car, and she didn't know what he was gonna post. Girl,
Well,
on a cell phone.
if he ain't had nothing to post, what you worried about? So what she was saying then is that he does actually have something that he could post on her. So he's gonna post it anyway. You think that if he has something, he's not gonna post it? I mean, come on. Listen. So, and that's supposed to make sense to us. All that tells us is, oh, so he got something to post on you, and so you could have gone and picked up your aunt because he gonna post it anyway. So it means absolutely nothing in the arena of you refuse to go get off your ass and go pick up your aunt who you are so crazy about and you love her and she's the only thing you got, but you wouldn't even go pick her up. They
And
don't even make any sense.
you want us to believe that you was at Miss Mary's beck and call.
Exactly. Now I heard that she didn't show herself on this funeral. I heard that everybody came up to the mic and had their words, and then when it came time for her best bestie to talk, the camera didn't pan over to her. She didn't go up to the lectern to speak. She spoke off camera over to the other side. Did you see a hide of hair on her on this funeral? At this funeral, Tulsa.
I didn't see her. I didn't even see her in the funeral, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
didn't
you
see her.
heard her.
I
You
just
heard
heard
her
her.
have word.
Uh-huh. You
Mm-hmm.
said, I thought Tulsa supported nurse crazy. These hoes is fake. What are you talking about? I've
She thought
been
that.
I've been going
Go,
at Miss Krista for the longest. Telling her to move on with her content, leave Lemon alone. I feel like if she would have just left him alone when he disrespected her and just went minding her business, she wouldn't be in this situation.
right. But I mean, what? Listen,
She's weak for
I'm
a man,
just.
like you. She's weak
Uh-huh.
for a man.
Listen. She. I mean, I can't believe it took this long for all of these people who were propping her up and supporting this dumb shit to come around to the fact. Now it seems like the biggest thing that they have a problem with that she may or may have gotten this woman for over $500,000. I haven't seen any paperwork or anything, but that seems like the next story. And oh well, we can turn and we can pivot on this, and and now we have a reason to pivot. You've been had a reason to pivot because this was tomfoolery, all of it. The we broke up, we're back together. It was tomfoolery before she even started fucking with Lemon, when she was doing this with the landlord and Buddy Lee and all of these other different people, especially when she was with landlord with his woman coming up and saying, who she is to him, and then her, well, we're still friends, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you guys, not you guys, people thought that it was a good thing to invest anything in this talk about being in a relationship with suspect Lemon and them living on a whole different coast from each other. I don't even know why anybody bought into this, is my point. Okay, I think she was sitting in a wheelchair in the corner speaking. Shut up, girl. So yeah, there was no sight of her or anything. So I don't even believe that it went on this, and now people are up in arms because she allegedly stole money. You ought to be up in arms that you let her steal all of your mind power and your time, and y'all sitting up here. Well, let me see. Oh, this what happened, and Duke said this, and Lemon said that, and what do you think? Do you think? No, I don't think about this. You can't make sense of this. You can't make sense of these lies that you are being presented. You can compare and contrast what was said then and now. That's all you can do.
That's
Tulsa,
right.
did you? Okay,
No, I'm over
go
here. I'm
ahead.
agreeing with you. I mean, you really spilling some stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so
it's really not
go
making
ahead.
sense. No, it's really
No.
not making sense. And I feel like it seems like the more she talks, the more we learn more and more about her. I just wish that she would just really get the help that she deserves, to be honest.
Now, there was a period of time that she was gone. So she talked about this judge, and I don't expect her to give any correct or truthful answer about this judge who had to be in her life during the period that she was taking care of Mary. So I'm suspect of why a judge was brought in, even though she said that she was the power of attorney and the person who made the medical decisions. I don't understand why this judge was bought in. Okay,
I'm gonna tell
the
you, the
go ahead.
judge was brought in because, like I said, once it triggered off in the system that Medicaid, everybody wasn't getting paid. She went up there and she took that woman out the nursing home. Now she's getting phone calls. Now people are okay. Where's the money? Where we need this. We need this. Then that's when she went up there and she took her out, and the judge jumped in place because you know how there's an investigation going, but they will put somebody in place to handle what you were supposed to handle while the investigation is going or until it's complete. So
And they froze her funds. She also
it was
said
like
that. Go ahead.
uh administrative. I forgot what they call it, but they put it administrative, kind of like a guardianship.
Right, like Wendy William has,
Uh-huh.
like you have, bitch. I'm looking at your Wendy
Jesus.
William.
I
I'm
need my
looking at your
money.
Wendy.
Give me my money. Where's my money?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just laughing with you. I said, yeah, a guardian. So that's why the judge has stepped in because see the judge can it became federal. So that's why the judge was involved. And then Medicaid, that's federal. So
That's
anytime you
federal.
mess with the feds, they want their money. And like I said, with that whole contract, she breached that contract. So when everything triggered off in the system, the judge kind of overpowered and said, okay, we're gonna do this. We're taking her off and I'm gonna place you on until we can get everything situated.
So she where so did the lady ever go back to the nursing home, or did she pass away in Chris's apartment,
Now that I don't know.
or did she go to
I
hospice?
believe she was in a home. I think she was either in a home or that nursing home. Don't give me them. That's a good question. Oh, you said Medicaid is federal. Medicare is federal and Medicaid is state.
No,
So yeah, it is.
they're no, they're both federal programs, but Medicaid, they allow the state to run them and put in different rules. They both are federal programs, but which one? Medicaid allows the state to run that federal program, and that's why different states have different um, things and requirements. So you are right, but it's still a federal program.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay, Deanna. Okay, 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 okay. State Medicaid is the state. That's why they run it. No, they run it because the federal. It is a federal program that they allow the states to run, and you can look it up, but I ain't trying to argue about it or anything. I know it sounds like it's a state program because different states have different regulations and stuff and things, and they want to cap uh, how many people that they accept into Medicaid because they have to pay into it as well.
Hmm.
So, Ronnie Q, if you are a payee for someone at the end of the year, you have to answer for all money and turn in the records.
Well, see,
So,
that was the thing with her. It was, the money wasn't being paid. So now they have to do an investigation to see where was every nickel and dime spent. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
yeah, so that makes sense. Meta Medicaid is federal and state. Yes. Yeah, Coco. That's what that's exactly what I'm saying. It's federal and state. They let the states run it. Okay, I highly don't think that she died in Krista's presence. Knowing her, she would have done a video about her friend died in her arms. Lord have mercy.
Well, no, at the funeral she said that the nurse had come in. I guess she was in there and she was saying that the family, she said her brother said, don't call the family or the family something. And she said the nurse had come in and she checked her and then she said, Krista, Mary's gone.
Mm.
I think that was, hold on, let me see the comment. Not a view's a view. What was it? I can't believe it says, was that you? Oh, a views of you says, I think that she died in a nursing home. It could have been a different one from the one that was owed the money. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. Now, Deanna, you could still have worked for Medicaid, because they do have state offices for Medicaid. Yes, but it's still they getting their money from. You think that Mississippi would be giving people Medicaid at all if they wasn't getting money from the federal government? To yeah, so yeah, they have state branches of Medicaid, but it is a federal program. That's all we saying. Okay, they use federal money because the grants that in place for the state applies for money from federal, but anyone can do that. Okay, yeah, so Medicaid is a state, and income-based Medicare is federal. It can be used in conjunction, but separate entities. Yeah, but they're both federal programs. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She wouldn't be admitted to a different nursing home in the same state with a debt owed. Oh, I didn't know that. So, well, she said that she took that they took that case to court. So maybe the case settled and she was able to, and they settled all the debt and they were able to get her in another home. But and see, that's why it's important to know what happened to the house. Because if it was straight cash, homie, she was burning through that straight cash. So it could be possible that they could have sold the house, and that's how they got any money out of the estate. And they were able to pay that first nursing home and put her in another nursing home. I can see that happening, but that's all I can see happening with that. She says she died at a hospital. I don't think she died at a hospital. Okay, so we'll probably get that a story in 2 or 3 days when uh I didn't work for the state. I you work for you work for the government. You work for the federal government. Okay, Dina. I, we just trying to piece it all together. I'm not an expert on it, obviously, but you
Yeah, and
work
then let's
there.
take into consideration of this. This happened like in 2011, I believe, like around that
Hmm.
time. So, we're kind of like a decade behind
I think that was
in that time.
before Obama care had expanded Medicaid as well, or Medicare, whichever one. I always get them confused. That's why states are able to decide whether they participated in the Affordable Care Act. Here in Florida, they only participated in a portion of the ACA, and a lot of those red states did not participate in the ACA to their fullest extent that they were allowed to, because they didn't want it to be successful. Let's be clear. Any funds that takes federal money is a federal crime. Medicaid fraud is a federal crime.
Yeah, she said
Okay.
any fraud that takes place with federal money is a federal crime. Medicaid fraud is a federal crime. Yeah, so it don't matter what Medicaid, Medicare, Medicare, whatever it is, you gonna get some time. You gonna get handled by the big people.
The debt wasn't settled until she signed the agreement to sell the house to pay the nursing home and their lawyer. She fraudulently got that lady's house before putting her in the nursing home. I don't know. That's one that could be plausible. I don't know. Things are different now. A lien. I don't know. It's so many lies that how you gonna piece the truth together when all of this is just a bunch of disgusting shameless lies.
But just think about this. Um, Pertaining to her character, from what I've seen and what I've observed, she's a careless person. Anybody that is a nurse and don't act according to protocol, I second guess them and um I just question them just going forward. Lily gonna stay home. She's not feeling good today. But I just question that. But for you to sit up here and prey on the elderly, like I said, this is something I just reported on the story just maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. A lady in New York. This happens all the time. So it just lets us know, check on our elderly people in our family and stuff and make sure they're not getting scammed and make sure we're being a part of their journey.
That's so true. Now, I know that they're having a big crush in these state run nursing homes, like the bare minimum where you can go if you're in your 20s and you get shot and nobody's going to take care of you. They have these young people in where they have old people who don't have uh, good insurance, just have uh, a social security check for the minimal amounts, those that smell when you go in them, and you can, those type of nursing homes, they're getting rid of a lot of those mom and pop type nursing homes, and there is a big influx of all of these luxury nursing homes. And the thing about it is, these big nursing homes, they'll have independent living where they're living in like little apartments. Then they'll have assisted nursing, and then they'll have the full on nursing home nursing, and they'll have beauty shops in the facilities, and real big huge nursing homes. But you have to have some collateral to get in those nursing home, and even a lot of those small ones, you would have to sell your house and all this type of stuff. You couldn't have anything that the nursing home didn't get. So let's be clear. Some of these newer nursing homes, a lot of these old people are not going to be able to get into, because even if they have a home, their home is not going to be worth enough to live in some of these luxury nursing homes that they're building all across the United States. So this is a new big business, because in the year of 2035, this is going to be the first time that the U.S. population is going to have more seniors than young people. So this is a real thing.
Yeah, and did you know that that home that Miss Mary lived in, that was her childhood home?
Yeah, I just heard that her father had bought that for her mother. I thought that this was an independent house that she had bought for herself.
She had purchased it from the parents.
Mm, okay. I thought that her parents had left it to her.
Well, see, I heard it was, well, either way, yeah, I may have heard it wrong. But yeah, it was left. It was a house that she grew up in.
The main difference between a nursing home and a long-term care is the level of medical care provided. But like I was saying, is there are these huge nursing homes, independent living. They have it all encompassed in it, from straight up nursing care to independent living, and the in between care, where people may need some care, but they don't need constant care like in a nursing
Uh-huh.
home. So
'Cause-
it's a big business. It is big. If you remember, Tom Girardi, Erica's husband from the uh, Housewives of Beverly Hills, and he tried to play like he was crazy, and he went and checked into a nursing home. It wasn't just no nursing home. It was one of them big buck nursing home with all of this care. And I'm telling you guys, if you look it up, that is the wave of the future. And she did say that Mary was in a private nursing home. I don't know if it was a huge nursing home. I don't know, but I'm just telling you, this is big business.
It definitely is. It definitely is. It's a real big business.
And
And
it's these same companies going from state to state to state, getting this money. It's all about money. So when you see them talk about less regulation, they want to cut out regulation. What they're doing is they're cutting out small businesses, and these big companies are going all over the United States, monopolizing these businesses. And you're not. That's all I'm saying. So, is there anything else that I missed, Tulsa?
oh, I'm sorry. I was kissing the
Yeah.
kids off to school. What'd you say, girl?
So, is there anything else that I missed other than you fighting and you told them to kiss your ass, and that's what you were there for? Why does Pizarro want to always take the? I guess since she says she's a troll, she always have to take the least popular opinion. Well, every opinion don't have to be popular, but it just seems that way.
Yeah, well, it kind of like, the reason why I got so invested is because we do have vulnerable elderly people, and just by even talking about it, it educates people and kind of put people on alert to kind of what to look for. And everybody isn't your friend, and you know um you really have to be careful of who you have around you, because you just never know who's trying to plot your demise, or you know if y'all are that close, live off of your benefits that you work so hard for. And nobody deserves to encounter a situation that Miss Mary encountered. And so this is more of like us bringing awareness. So I appreciate the conversation.
Right. And now Donnell Jones, that's what the assisted living. Okay. They have independent living, assisted living, and the nursing home care living. And those are the three different variables in senior living. So
Oh, and let me say
you
this.
are exactly right.
I worked at an assisted living, and so pretty much that's people that are still able bodied, but they might need like little help with reminders with medication, or hey, I can't reach this high or something like that. But they're fully functional individuals. They just, it's just like the little things like the cleaning and stuff like that. They don't
Uh-huh.
be responsible.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. They have gardening. They ain't got to worry about gardening. They don't have to worry. It's just like a hotel. Somebody come in and make sure your place is clean and all this type of stuff. Yeah, you're right, exactly right. Now,
Uh-huh. It's kind of
this
like a
story.
royal palace.
hmm This reminds me of the movie called "I Care a Lot." Girl, I saw that. Did you see the movie "I Care a Lot"?
No, can I watch it on Netflix?
Yes, you can. I suggest anybody watch this movie. I Care a Lot. I think who was the main character? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was the woman the woman who played in I'm something about there's something about Mary. I can't remember who the main character was, but the plot was this woman. She seems so nice, and she come visit the old lady, and she wants to buy her home, and then she has a nice take her to a nice nursing care facility, and where they have everything, and everything look perfect. And when she get that woman's home, that woman is locked up in a hellhole. Yes, that was a good movie. I suggest everybody watch that movie. You can definitely get it on Amazon. I hate it for anyone that do have to have a catheter. You will have it until you leave this earth. I thought that some people got off those catheters. You don't mistreat people and expect when they are in a sick state, that stuff comes back on you. So yeah, that's all I got on that. I think that it's just gonna go downhill from here because this story is ever changing, and she's a big liar. Don't
Yeah,
folks don't
well,
believe fat meat is greasy until it's them on the receiving end. Well, what were you gonna say?
oh, I was gonna say that that Core Papers and Diva is coming out with. I'm excited to hear more. I think that it's gonna get worse when because she's already read some documents already, but I think it's gonna get worse, and we're really gonna figure out if just Krista left YouTube willingly or unwillingly, and that's to be discovered here shortly.
Yeah. Some of these places are gorgeous. They definitely are. Some of them are gorgeous. You saw that movie? Yeah, that is a good movie. If you any of you guys haven't seen that, you should check that out. Hey, Robbie, thank you for coming. Netra Beast, thank you for being here. And she's evil as hell. Now, what do you guys think about? We talking about white on white crime has been out here showing its ass. Uh, now, what do you think we're going to stay on healthcare? What do you guys think about that CEO from United Healthcare being pow down uh, in broad daylight in New York City? Wait, did you hear about that?
Actually saw it. He was walking, and he looked like he was about to go have dinner or something. And the guy had walked up behind him and did his thing. He had no security. Now is not the time to get bold and just get cocky. We see people online just unhinged. I mean, even the stories and on these news outlets of people just losing their marbles. If I was a CEO, of course, I need protection 24/7. We're not going to take a day off. I thought it
Now,
was strange.
that was one of the angles that the news media did give you about this United Healthcare CEO. So they said that it was they were surprised that he didn't have a security detail. So this is the dude right here, Brian Thompson. But they left a lot of shit out of Brian Thompson's story. They left a whole lot of shit out of his story. So let's see what they left out of his story. Uh uh Okay, he kept a low profile. However, he had a few moments in the public spotlight, such as during an investor meeting in 2023, when he announced that United Healthcare was shifting to a value-based care model by paying doctors and other caregivers to keep their patient healthy rather than focusing on long-term. Uh, when they get sick. He also was criticized in an open letter from the American Hospital Association regarding a plan that United Healthcare to start denying payments for what it deemed non-critical visits to hospital emergency rooms. United Healthcare responded by delaying the rollout. So they were undercutting care for the people who had this insurance, and they were undercarrying payments to doctors and stuff. Doctors were having to go through these reviews to get paid as well. A lawsuit was filed against Thompson in 2024, May of 2024, this year, for alleged fraud and insider trading due to failing to dispose an antitrust investigation into the company by the U.S. Justice Department. The case had only been made public following Thompson's death. So he sold stocks. He sold shares of stock in his company in May because he understood that the Justice Department were investigating him. And then he did not tell his shareholders who lost millions of dollars, and they just found out about the Justice Department doing an investigation on him. So it's a whole lot of shit that comes with this man. So it's no telling who killed this man. It's no telling. So
Who
let's
deleted him?
yeah, who killed him?
Deleted.
I worked for United Healthcare in 2005 for a couple of months. Okay. I did a story about these healthcare giants. You know that you guys may not know that United Healthcare is the largest health insurer in the United States. You guys may not know. I did a story about this uh, uh, last year or so. Um, let's look at how United Healthcare has grown. In 2010, they were worth about $35 billion. In 2024, they are worth over $450 billion. They have gained that much equity because there are only a few insurance companies that you can choose from. See, this is some of their healthcare workers make big bucks but at what price to the insured? How are they making all of these big bucks as it relates to you and what medication they are approving? The words deny, defend, and depose appeared on the shells casing recovered from the scene of the shooting in New York. And so I already have a banner, and I had this banner up before I heard about what was put on these shell casings. Uh yes, they have said that they have heard they have denied, defend, and depose on these shell casings. However, um United Healthcare had a policy of, and I found this so such a coincidence when I found out what was uh, sketched in their shell casings. I already had this banner up. See, this was United Healthcare inward memos. Their motto was deny, delay, and defend. So, do you find it funny what was put on those shell casings? I already had this up. Cruiser, is this you?
Yes, it's me.
How you doing, Cruiser?
Good. How you doing?
Hmm.
So I work for yeah, that's that thing on that showcase, and that was I wonder if that's related. I worked for United Healthcare back in 2005, and I abruptly quit.
Hmm. Why?
After I did training, and when I came out of training, and now I'm doing the job, when they wanted to deny a claim based on the smallest thing, a little technicality or something that could have been a matter of picking up a phone call and saying, hey, can you send this over? Or, hey, why doesn't the baby have a name yet? Something like that. Um, then I couldn't in good conscience continue to work there.
They put in they enacted this thing called prior authorization. They were denying people wheelchairs for people
Mhm.
who were double amputees. They were this one doctor said he was fed up when they denied a common high blood pressure medication under the guise of you need a prior authorization. There was a woman who was having a pain in her hip and they sent her for a CAT scan. They denied her for a prior authorization because they said that the people didn't tell that she had physical therapy, but the physical therapy that she had 6 worth of physical therapy was exactly right there in their files. You know why they miss a lot of this stuff? The reason why they miss a lot of this stuff is they use automation AI to review because it's cheap and easy. In 2020 study estimated that the automated processing of claims saves U.S. insurers over $7 billion annually. This is how
But they
much.
were, but they were doing these practices before, and yeah, AI is being used a whole lot. But they were doing, like I said, I worked there in 2005, and we were
But you
told to
were. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
we
go
were
ahead.
told to we were told to deny certain stuff.
Hmm.
How basically how it works is, let's say if you work for a company, and you can get United Healthcare through other sources like Medicaid and Medicare. But let's say you work for a company, you work for Time Warner, and
Hmm.
Time Warner uses United Healthcare as their group insurance. So Time Warner put a bunch of money into this space, or drop a lot of money on to United Healthcare. United Healthcare, they make their money off investing that money while sitting there waiting on claims to come in. So that's how the claims are paid when you work for a certain company, but your insurance is through this company. So there's a lot of money, a lot, not mean a lot, but a lot of money put in. And so the longer that money sits there, the more interest it makes. So if a claim comes through and you deny that claim, then that money continues to sit there. Now, eventually you're going to pay that claim for whatever the pre-authorizations or the little technical things that it got denied over is eventually, once it get put back through, it's going to be approved. But it could be months for that to happen. So in the
Well,
meantime, that money is still sitting there collecting interest. I couldn't
okay.
work like that.
Okay,
I
but
couldn't do
hold
that.
on. But
Hmm.
see, that's the money side of it. So,
Hmm.
there was this woman. She had a pain in her hip. They said that they denied the claim because they said she didn't go to have physical therapy. She had 6 weeks of physical therapy.
Hmm.
That's the doctor ordered the MRI, and then they denied it. And then it was right there on her paperwork. It was there. And like somebody says that the doctors have to write it in such a way to make sure that they don't
Hmm.
kick these claims back nowadays.
Right.
Now,
Hmm.
I just saw that, and that is so true. So in the months, like you said, that they collecting interest on this money, you know what happened to this woman? She had cancer in her hip. And you know what happened while she was still waiting on them? She had to get her leg amputated. And you know what happened after that? The cancer spread and killed her. See,
I
this is,
understand. That's why
yeah.
I couldn't continue
So,
to work for them. The
hmm
claim that they had pulled me in the office over was for a baby who was born with a hole in the heart and needed heart surgery.
hmm
And they're
now,
playing all these
yeah.
games because this baby, I think with certain, I don't know whether it's Catholic or Hispanic or whatever, they don't name the child until they're christened or whatever,
To the
whatever. But it
christening.
kept, what's the child's
Italians,
name? What's the child's
Italians.
name on this
hmm
policy? And it was like, um, at the risk of knowing they were going to let me go, I went ahead and put that sucker through. I was like, this baby getting this surgery. And of course, it got out. That was the one they pulled. When you work certain places, they pull your work and look at it. And that's the one they pulled. And when
Because,
they pulled me
because
in there, I said, well, y'all don't have to write me up. This is my week's notice. I can't do
because they
this.
not auditing the ones that don't go through. They auditing while you put sending them
Why I
through.
put, why,
It's
I
the
was-
fact that they. Mhm.
why I proved that claim. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, somebody, he was going. Yes, he was going to an investment meeting to let them know how good that they had done on their investments. I got a lot of information about this. You also said, Lee, that they are the fourth largest. No, they are the largest health insurance. Their market capitalization was 448 billion, second to CVS and Anthem and Cigna. They are not.
Mhm.
They're the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know that a lot of companies, a lot of other little companies fall up under, is owned by Aetna and fall up. I mean, not Aetna, United Healthcare.
United
And
Healthcare.
yeah, United Healthcare and is owned by them. Um,
Exactly.
and then, they do these forced mergers with other, and I'm not saying that's, nobody should take anybody's life. You don't have the right to do that. But, when I saw that yesterday, I mean, and I know a lot of people. One of the, in Greensboro, there's a big, big, big United Healthcare. United Healthcare is all over the place, but one of the operating centers, one of the bigger operating centers, is here in Greensboro. And talking to people that I still know work there, nobody was shocked, nobody was surprised. And again, I don't, nobody should take nobody's life, like that. But
Okay, so let's be real. Nor should your insurance company. See, that's what they're doing as well.
mhm,
And they shouldn't be taking lives by making it more profitable to deny claims, to collect interest on the money that they have sitting up there, like you say, that they may or may not pay out anyway. So let's be clear.
absolutely, I agree.
So,
I
so, so,
most definitely
so,
agree.
so this rich man's life ain't no more important than the lives of the people that they have set up a system to insure and set up a system to deny their freaking claims from their doctor. His life ain't no more important than the common man's life.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so
No more than that lady that you just gave and the baby that I talked about. Before I get down, I want to say this, and I just did this yesterday with my mom. One thing that I do when I go in for any type of thing that I feel like I need or whatever, and they tell me, well, the insurance may not cover this. I needed an MRI one time, and in the MRI, I did find something on the MRI that I end up having to go to get another procedure for. And they were telling me that my insurance may not cover that MRI. I said, well, just bill me. I just
mhm,
pay for it because my health, I'm not going to play money and I'm not going to play politics when it comes to my health. I just told my mom yesterday, she was going back to the doctor, tell them that a pill that she was taking was causing some other side effects. And I told her, I said, ask them what medications are available. Tell them you want all of the options, including the options that they're going to tell you that your insurance may not cover. Because if
mhm,
we have to pay for it out of pocket, we'll pay for it out of pocket. And what happened with me was when I told them that I just pay for it, and I went in prepared to pay for this MRI, and then they turned around and the insurance turned around and covered it because they did find something, and I did have to go in and have another procedure. So I
mhm,
say all that to say, in spite of insurance, y'all tell these people, well, go ahead and do it anyway, and I'll pay for it, and put it on your 7-year plan. Um,
mhm.
Inbox me with the 7-year plan for, because it ain't cute. But put it on your 7-year plan, because when it comes to your health, don't be worrying about money. Get your health straightened out. But anyway, thank you for letting me come up.
All right, thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
up.
ma'am. I appreciate you for the education.
And also, they talked to his wife, and she said he had been getting threats. So they were like, "Oh, we're surprised he didn't have security." And she believed the threats had to do with the lack of coverage, ostensibly referring to the United Healthcare, one of the nation's largest healthcare insurer, denying some insurance coverage. So she already knew what it was. They already knew what it was. People have been dying out here in masses behind their practices. Uh, you still with me, Queen Tussle?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here. And while we're on this, remember that guy that owned Cash App, how he got taken up out of here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm
Mm-hmm.
following you.
Go ahead.
Oh no, this is pretty much kind of like the same thing. The public, he got. This is how they get deleted. I believe he was in public when he had got lifted up out of here.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was at ATM machine. Okay. Now, a few months before he was gunned down in the street, Senator Elizabeth Warren accused Brian Thompson. This is the DOJ investigation of insider trading and demanded he be investigated by the SEC. So, they start doing this little stuff, and then they just continue on. It comes amid revelations that Thompson and other executives were involved in insider trading, selling 117 million in stocks during a federal probe without notifying investors. So let's be clear on who this man is and was. Uh, United Healthcare chair exec sold 102 million in stocks before the DOJ probe. What else? A DOJ sues United Healthcare amid a $3.3 million bid to buy home care giant Ama- Amadeus. So, let me put all of this together for you. Okay, all of this together is what how United Healthcare grew so large during this time period is because United Healthcare has tried to take over every aspect of healthcare, all the way down to you not being insured, to you looking for somebody who's insuring you, to the CEO prior to the CEO prior to the current CEO was the CEO over an adversary group that monitored United Healthcare. How are you going to monitor them, be the CEO over that, and be the CEO over United Healthcare? Because nobody is watching, because deregulation and all of this type of stuff. So he finally had to give up his job. And the new person in line said that he was happy that Joe Biden wasn't rushing through with checking to make sure that Medicaid and Medicare wasn't overpaying in insurance company because he could make more money. He was stated to make over $900 million off of Joe Biden saying that he was going to implement this program where they just simply made sure that they weren't being overbilled and they weren't being overpaid. So he was gushing about the amount of money his company was going to make. And it's only so much money in these coffers. Once the money is gone, it's gone. And you got this greedy motherfucker Tucker estimating that he's going to make over $900 million in 1 year. So let me uh I I want to share with you guys this something right quick because I talked about this last year. Okay, here we go. Tulsa, you can if you want to step down, if you want to stay up, you may have something if you want to say. Let me. This is my old thing that I gave you.
Okay, I'm just tuning in. I'll drop down, but thank you for having me as a co-host for the time being.
Yeah, you can stay up or you can stop down, whatever you want. It's up to you. All right, but I thank you for
I'll
being
stay.
here. All right.
About how the Biden administration's ineffectiveness in cracking down on overbilling in Medicare Advantage has led to record profits. So the CEO, Andrew Whitty, told investors that he appreciates the White House's decision to slow the implementation of its Medicare Advantage reforms, which would prevent companies like UnitedHealth from potentially overbilling and stealing from United States taxpayers. Common Dreams writes, UnitedHealth, one of the largest Medicare Advantage providers in the United States, reported $91.9 billion in revenue for the first 3 months of 2023, 15% growth year over year, and more than $8 billion in earnings from operations exceeding analysts' expectations. UnitedHealth, like other Medicare Advantage insurers, has been accused of wrongfully denying patients necessary care, in some cases utilizing artificial intelligence to determine whether or when to end coverage. And unfortunately, more and more seniors are signing up for Medicare Advantage, with some of them very likely not realizing that it's a privatized alternative to Medicare. The company, meaning UnitedHealth, said that it added 655,000 new Medicare Advantage members in the first quarter of the year. Now, we'll get back to UnitedHealth in just a moment. But first, here's a little context about what we learned recently about these Medicare Advantage programs. So Medicare Advantage is not the same as Medicare. It's a Medicare approved plan from a private company that offers an alternative to traditional Medicare. Much like private prisons, it's privately run, but publicly funded through the Medicare Trust. Aside from robbing the Medicare Trust through overbilling, other issues with Medicare Advantage includes, super narrow networks for providers that can severely limit access to care for the nation's elders. Many of the nation's largest health insurance companies have made billions of dollars, not just in revenue, in profits, by exploiting the government's Medicare Advantage program. A recent New York Times investigation found that 8 out of 10 of the largest Medicare Advantage providers overcharged the government. In fact, 6 of the 10 have been accused of fraud by both whistleblowers and government officials. Before the Biden administration could implement any rules to mitigate or prevent this fraud, private health insurance lobbyists did what they do best. They went to work. They went to Washington. UnitedHealth helped lead an aggressive lobbying campaign against new Biden administration rules aimed at limiting Medicare Advantage insurers' ability to overcharge the federal government by making patients appear sicker than they actually are. UnitedHealth CEO Andrew Whitty appeared on Capitol Hill in person to lobby against the proposed changes, which the lucrative Medicare Advantage industry falsely characterized as cuts to the program that now provides insurance to nearly half.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this guy, Andrew Whitty. I'm going to drop the link. You guys can check this out at your leisure. Let me see if there's something else.
But just how bad has the overbilling been? We can get to some of those numbers. When it comes to excess billing, CMS, which by the way agreed to slow down their regulations and their crackdowns on overbilling, recently estimated that overpayments to Medicare Advantage totaled $11.4 billion in fiscal year 2022, a significant drain.
Okay, so they overbilled $11.4 billion, but they are refusing patients wheelchairs when they get their legs amputated. People are dying because they can't get their MRI for weeks later until their cancer spread. Let's be clear on what I'm talking to you about. I've already covered this story. I'm sorry I can't cover nonsense more thoroughly, but I'm just trying to give you guys this information. That's all.
On the Medicare Trust Fund. Other estimates, according to Democracy Now!, were higher at $25 billion in 2020 alone. Citing one industry analyst, Stat News noted that UnitedHealth could reap $900 million in additional profit next year alone, thanks to the administration's decision to delay full implementation of reforms. Insurance giants, UnitedHealth, Cigna, CVS, Aetna, Elevance, Humana, you get the picture, and Molina saw their combined revenues from taxpayer-supported programs grow 500% between 2012 and 2022.
Okay, I think I showed you that graph of how large that healthcare has grown between 2012 and 2022. It went from 35 billion to over 450 billion. I showed you the graph. Okay, let's continue. I dropped the link there. So here's the link. Okay, I'm gonna let him up. Here's the link to the bat. Hold on, let me put my banner up. Rex.
Yeah, that's Rex. Now,
What's up?
when they were saying Medicare, were they saying META?
No,
Okay, so that's a
MEDI.
different.
No,
Okay,
MEDI. The
because I
federal
work for
government.
the like when you work for the union, you work for different companies. So I heard of Medicare, but that's a different one than that they talk about. All right, because I work for them, and you always got to put your benefits in a lot of times. But so I got you, but yeah. So I was just making sure it wasn't that one because I was about to say them people probably robbing me then.
No, you probably have private insurance, especially since you're working for a union. And what they're saying is this Medicare MA is essentially you having a private insurance, even though it's paid for by Medicare. If you choose the HMO United Healthcare,
Now, do you gotta
that's
choose
a
them?
yes. You
Now, is
have to
that an
choose
insurance
them.
company or they
You
like
you
let's say
have
you
to
work in
you have an option of depending on what area you live in the United States. Some United Healthcare may not be a option for you to choose. Humana, Blue Cross, Kaiser, all of these are private health insurance that are paid through Medicare. So that's what they're saying.
how do you
And
spell that
they
again?
they are robbing they are overbilling them, and they're making all of these billions of dollars per year just by simply
You said
overbilling
11
them.
billion? That's a lot of that's like
That was
over a lot of money.
11 billion in the first quarter, in the first 3 months of the year.
Oh, that wasn't even a year.
No, that was the first
God
quarter.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them
So
niggas about to run with that money.
okay, so let me finish this out, Rex. Thank you for
Go ahead.
coming up. You staying up? I want to finish this out.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
stay
so
up here for a second.
I dropped the link for that. So we're gonna go on. I just want to give you guys some information. Okay, let you hear what these Humana people who are in charge of approving your service. They caught them on a phone call, and this is what they were saying on the phone call about this gentleman's approving his what he needed. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
Treatment.
Wait a minute.
He states that it's not medically necessary treatment.
That was a laughter. Ha ha ha. He said it's not medically necessary treatment, and then the other broker just laughs. Okay.
That was an internal phone call between two United Healthcare workers. They're laughing about denying someone's insurance claim.
He states that it's not medically necessary treatment.
That was an internal phone call between two United Healthcare workers. They're laughing about denying someone's insurance claim. We're ProPublica, a nonprofit newsroom, and we investigated. The person they're laughing about is Chris McNaughton. He was in college when he was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, a chronic autoimmune disease. It took him a really long time to find meds that put his disease into remission. But when he finally did, United flagged Chris's case as a high-dollar account. Ultimately, United said it wouldn't pay for his medicine because it was not medically necessary.
When I started that treatment, I think I had literally failed every other ulcerative colitis medication. So it would almost seem that it was the very definition of medically necessary and that nothing else had worked.
When United turned down Chris's claim, his medical bills were running nearly $2 million a year. So Chris did something few people ever do. He sued. He was able to get his claim file and question United representatives under oath. He was shocked by what he learned, like that a United doctor had literally cut and pasted denial language from a nurse's notes.
Oh, that's
Okay. So this is the doctor who was supposed to look at his case, see that he couldn't take only couldn't take but one medication for his case, and he just copied and pasted a denial from a nurse's form. So this is they have a sections set up for nurses denials, just to go through these cases just to deny. But this is a doctor who took her notes. Now let's hear what he has to say for himself.
Under RN recommendation, I usually copy that and paste it if I agree.
That doctor said he's done over 10,000 denials for United, and he didn't usually look at the medical records, he just signed his name. Chris's records revealed another United doctor who actually agreed with Chris's physician was ignored. United had paid for that doctor's opinion, but when the company didn't like what it saw, it buried that report. Chris also got emails.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the link. So you see what these people are doing, right? If the doctor says that, yeah, he needs this, they bury the report. But the doctor that's just copying and pasting, they just let it go through. There's a link
I see
for
what they're
that.
doing. Now, Ronnie, let me ask you a question to explain that to me. So they basically letting the man die, basically.
Basically, that's exactly what they're doing.
Now, Ronnie Q, let me ask you this. How do you feel about people of color putting donor on their driver's license? Organ donor.
Yeah, people can do what they choose. You know how it goes. Most likely it's not going to go to a person of color. Let's be real about that. So yeah,
Well, I can say something about that because I have a driver license, and they do ask you, and you can deny it. And usually, I just deny the shit. Like, you ain't gonna want my motherfucking organs. And I'm not.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I brought that up is because when we think about, when the cousin 19 had showed up around, they allegedly were letting people of color go on because they were organ donors, and that's been a big conversation. But I would like to touch on that one of these days.
Yeah, that is something interesting. Now I'm gonna show you this one. This one, I'm gonna stop it. This has a lot of information. I'm gonna stop it periodically because this is one that is very. It goes like all the way from the rooter to the tutor on United Healthcare. So yeah, this is the one.
So you talking about when you meet a badass woman?
What are you talking about, a woman?
Nothing. I was just saying. You said the rooter to the tutor. That's when you meet some woman that's like look like she like a 9 or a 10. One of them type women.
Okay, if you insist. Okay, let's see the history of United Healthcare. Let's go.
America's largest employer. United was founded in Minneapolis in 1977 and pioneered a new kind of insurance, treating people within closed networks of providers, health maintenance organizations, or HMOs. HMOs were pitched as a way to curb America's exploding healthcare costs, which did not happen. HMOs proliferated after 1973 as a result of the Health Maintenance Organization Act, which gave federal grants and mandated employers offer an HMO option to their employees. The law suddenly made HMOs very popular and very profitable. Alec told me about an old nonprofit HMO, Physicians Health Plan.
It's a network of doctors in a health maintenance organization in Minneapolis, and they had hired United Healthcare to manage the HMO. Physicians Health Plan is a nonprofit, but United Healthcare is very much for profit.
Were the doctors happy? Was this a good system for them?
No, they were so unhappy that there was national news coverage that they were threatening to unionize. They were mad that they were being underpaid by United Healthcare, saying it was barely enough to cover their overhead. They were also alleging a conflict of interest with the chair of the nonprofit Physicians Health Plan, who was Richard Burke.
And who ran the for-profit United Healthcare?
Also Richard Burke. So this man who was running a nonprofit had hired his for-profit company to manage this nonprofit tax-exempt organization.
When you first mentioned Richard Burke to me, I tried looking him up online.
Okay,
and there's really
so
not that much.
let me
I tried
go
a video search and I
for
only found that
Let me go.
Burke and United started snapping up all these federally subsidized insurers, essentially stealing entire taxpayer-funded organizations. And it makes a lot of sense that the bill was so helpful to United Healthcare.
So United Healthcare was the first first company that developed this HMO under the guise that it would save so much money in the healthcare industry, but it did not do that, and they start making tons and tons of money because what HMO did, it started putting doctors under different umbrellas. You can't see a doctor that's out of service, or it's going to cost you more. So therefore, they start snapping up and buying these small practices and things like that. So that's how they initially started getting rich. They created the HMO system. So let's continue.
By a think tank, Interstudy.
Interstudy was founded by Paul Elwood Jr. He's this guy who's called the father of the HMO. But I also found another important figure at Interstudy. One of the directors was none other than Richard Berg.
United grew from a regional group of HMOs to a national insurer with a breadth of plans. Like other insurers, they claimed their growth would be helpful to the average American. The bigger they got, they said, the better they could negotiate with healthcare providers and questions having gone to you, which did not happen. A wave of mergers and acquisitions in the insurance industry in the 90s, that kind of blew my mind. Doctors, as far as I know, make a ton of money. What do you mean you did it for them?
HMO, but I also found another important figure at Interstudy.
They continue to consolidate.
And a lot of you guys may not know that United States is one of the spends the most in healthcare and has the worst outcome of any developed nation. And we continue to pay more and more and more for our healthcare. And we have the get the worst treatment and die prematurely over any other rich developed
nation. Ronnie Q, can you look up something else for me? So
I'm not. Hold on. Let me finish this.
And spent billions acquiring other for-profit insurers. Despite their promises, healthcare costs continued to increase. They were getting more efficient in one crucial way: rationing your healthcare. For years, only a small portion of claims got denied. It just wasn't cost-effective to have a human review every request for care. But today, nearly 1 in 5 claims are denied. In 2021, that added up to nearly 50 million.
50 million claims. That's in 2021. And let's see if you get your claim reviewed. What happens? How many claims that are reviewed actually go through? Cruiser gave us an example, but I'm going to give you the national example for United Healthcare of the claims that actually that they kick back. Hold on. That they kick back, that they say that they are not going to approve, and then you have it reviewed to say, hey, I really need this. How many of them get accepted? Let's continue.
50 million instances of Americans being told, no, we won't pay for that thing you need to live a healthy life. Think about it. You pay a premium every month to United Health and other insurers for health insurance, and they mostly focus on making sure that they won't have to foot the bill. You can appeal denials, but insurers do everything in their power to make that super difficult. Only 1 in 500 cases are appealed. There are 500 sheets in a ream of paper, and those fail 59% of the time, leaving this little sliver of paper as the lucky ones that got through compared to all of this. These are worth billions of dollars for insurers. So what the hell is going on here? Let me explain. As these companies grew and got some of that sweet, sweet economy of scale, having entire departments of people to look at claims and deny them became way cheaper.
I found an older newspaper article where a real person's job title was simply denial nurse.
Denial nurse.
Denial nurse.
It isn't just nurses.
Okay, so let me go a little further. Let's go right here.
Appealing a denied claim can take months or years, so companies will front providers that money as they hope for insurer payouts. So United Healthcare's constant denials can be very, very profitable for a payday loan lender, which really works out.
So now what they're saying that the doctors don't get paid because the doctors are telling you to get service. But so while they're denying these payments, the doctors are not getting paid either because you're not getting any type of service that you need. So the doctors are not fully funded to actually operate because they're denying so many cases on the doctor's side as well. So the doctors wind up having to get into this payday loan situation. But United Healthcare want to be everything to everybody. So what did United Healthcare do? They opened up their own payday loan service for their own doctors because they're denying services. It's a whole grift.
It works out for United because, of course, they own one, Optum. Optum not only speeds up claim processing to United and other insurers, they offer something called Optum Pay Advance. They must have known that sounds terrible because they've since rebranded that service to the more sterile Capital Low.
So let's go further.
And around, you see an ad for a doctor specializing in knee pain. A few clicks later, you're scared.
So let's see how
your knee and go to an online vertical integration. It's part of an
vertical integration. So this is how they are encompassing everything that is involved with the healthcare and are staying out of the crosshairs of regulators. Let's continue.
An ongoing process that gets United Healthcare a cut of every single step of the healthcare process. Say you're uninsured. You injure your knee and go to an online pharmacy for some Advil. While you're shopping around, you see an ad for a doctor specializing in knee pain. A few clicks later, you're scheduled for a knee replacement. The surgery is obviously pretty expensive, so the doctor refers you to a service offering loans to people like you. Faced with thousands of dollars in medical debt, you start considering a health insurance policy. In CEO Andrew Whitty's vision, every part of this process, the pharmacy, the doctor, the loan provider, the insurance, are all run by the same company, his.
There are very few companies in America that have a relationship with 100 million Americans, and none that have a relationship as intimate as health.
They talking too fast.
Healthcare members might be told they're required to purchase specific drugs from a hand.
It's too fast.
Pharmacy. Welcome to Optum RX. Optum. Sound familiar?
For me, yes, it is.
Take care of your pharmacy needs. And
Okay, I'm sorry. I thank you for telling me it was too fast. Let me slow it down a little bit. I thank you for telling me that was too fast. Okay.
And make sure that you get the most out of your new benefits. While insurers say their big happy healthcare family will save you money, it's more like a personal health dictator. A dictator who has a legal responsibility to make as much money as possible. And they're doing a really good job. In 2010, United was worth around $35 billion. Today, it's worth more than $450 billion. When insurers aren't using their savings to invest in vertical integration, they're using it to enrich their shareholders. In 2022, for instance, 7 major insurers, including United Healthcare, generated nearly $70 billion in profit and proceeded to spend $26 billion of that in stock buybacks. And of course, the executives, the characters you've met so far, are winning too. Richard Bork retired from United Board.
So they spent $26 billion in buying back their own stock. Let's be clear. They didn't invest it into better helping you get health care, buying down across the cost of.
So what company is this
medication.
though?
This is
Ronnie,
United Healthcare. United Healthcare. And this is not just them, it's all the big 7 healthcare companies are doing the same thing, but they are doing it better than anyone else. They are making 3 times more money than the second health insurer under them. Okay, let's continue.
Board in 2022 with an estimated net worth of $500 million. And while United executives like to speak of firewalls between their business branches to ward off conflicts,
okay, I think this
they've
is
been
it
busted
for
for
this
using their subsidiaries to manipulate the market.
New York's Attorney General charged United Health Group with using a research firm the company itself owns to manipulate reimbursement rates.
That firm was called Ingenix, which you might have guessed shut down. Nope, they just rebranded as Optum Insight. Today, Envision alleges that United uses its negotiating power to lower reimbursements for practices or to kick GlaxoSmithKline paid.
Okay, so
insurers are paid, and what they've.
So let's you saw the CEO of United Healthcare, but let's see where this motherfucker come from. See, he has a long sorted past as well, like the one I just gave you, who was doing the insider trading, the one who was unalive yesterday. This is the main CEO over the whole company, who was telling you that who has over 100,000 people that they are in contact with, and who put all these dominoes together where they are getting paid, they are consulting their own company. Let's see where he came from.
They've negotiated with doctors and hospitals. This could allow them to unfairly undermine the competition, further cementing their healthcare monopoly.
It's also worth mentioning that before he was the CEO of United Healthcare, Andrew Whitty was the CEO of the drug maker GlaxoSmithKline.
While Whitty was in charge, GlaxoSmithKline paid $3 billion for fraud, including but not limited to bribing doctors and, quote, encouraging the prescription of unsuitable antidepressants to children.
It's an organization with a great ethos, a belief in doing things with integrity, a belief in putting the patient.
This is the same guy you saw earlier when he was younger or working for the pharmaceutical company that got fined $3.3 billion for fraud. Let's continue. Now he's the CEO over United Healthcare. But see, they don't talk to you about none of this shit. Let's continue.
Patient at the heart of every decision we make.
Like a jewel thief who moonlights selling security cameras, United has found a way to profit even more off of the havoc that they wreak. If their practices bankrupt your doctor's offices, they can give them a loan or acquire them for dirt cheap. Then, if your medical provider disagrees with United's unwillingness to pay for a CT scan, they'll have to keep in mind that the people they're arguing with are their employer, their owner. If you can't afford your deductible,
Okay, so that's it for that. So, okay, Rex, what do you want? You have anything you want to add? Is
Yeah, I was
Rex
just
still up
saying.
here?
Yeah, I'm up here. I just don't get involved. Like, I don't know a lot about that type stuff, but it is important to me because I'm in the union, and the people do be trying to like kind of check up on like for example, your benefits and stuff like that. Because I was working last year. Now I got my pay stubs. They always tell you hang on to like your pay stubs because sometimes some companies might like this for everybody too. They might email you your joint paperless pay stubs. That's what they call them. So I have a lot of them. So I'm gonna drop them off. It got about at least $8,000 extra they owe me that they ain't even put into my benefits. At least $8,000. I'm
All
guaranteed
right.
about that.
All right, so let's go on to this one. This is what Cruiser was talking about. Let me see if this is the one I want.
Now
Yes,
I'm gonna
this is
drop
the
off
one.
though, but y'all have a good day though. All
All
right.
right, you as well. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, all right.
Okay, let's. This is what Cruiser was talking about.
Prior auth I had was for a wheelchair. My patient had just had both of his legs amputated.
This is Dr. Janea Calderia.
I'm a family practice physician in San Diego.
And she's talking to producer Alec Opperman about how her patient's insurance denied her request for a wheelchair for a double amputee.
The reason was because I didn't specify how his walking would be affected by his disability. So I had to call and fight this and tell these people, my patient doesn't have legs.
Dr. Calderia is referring to something called prior authorization, an approval doctors like her need to get before insurers are willing to pay up for certain procedures like medications or a medical device like a wheelchair. Stories like this got us wondering, why are these obviously necessary procedures, medications, devices, etc., being denied? So we went searching for a reason. Is it run-of-the-mill evil? Is it fraud? And if so, who exactly is responsible? But what we actually found was a grift that, while totally legal, surprised us at every turn. I'm Andrew Rivera from More Perfect Union, and today we're uncovering the scam behind prior authorizations. A lot of our digging was inspired by the story of a woman named Kathleen Valentini.
She became our client in 2019 when her husband, Val, called me and said, I want to tell you a story.
That's Steve Cohen, the lawyer for the Valentini family. Kathleen was a retired teacher living in North Carolina when her hip started to hurt. After it didn't go away, her doctor ordered an MRI, but the prior authorization was denied.
The insurance company said the MRI was not medically necessary. The appeal of the denial of the MRI took 5 weeks, and Kathleen finally got the MRI. And when she did, it showed that she had a fast-growing sarcoma, a cancer in her hip.
Kathleen saw an oncologist.
Okay, so she appealed it, and it took her 5 weeks. You remember that ream of paper with 500 sheets of paper in it? See, and they only pulled out one paper, and then they tore it in half. See, those other 499 pieces of paper are people who get denied and don't even appeal their stuff. That's what I want you to understand. It is so many cases that are just being denied and people don't even bother to appeal. So imagine if she, okay, so you're going to hear the end of her story anyway. So I'll go ahead.
Oncologist, but the 5-week delay meant that the cancer had spread. Instead of just needing chemo, she needed to have her entire leg amputated, all because of her delay in getting a prior authorization. As we looked into it, stories like Kathleen's seemed all too common. The American Medical Association found that 80% of doctors report that patients have abandoned their treatment because of the prior authorization process. 19% say they've led to life-threatening events or required an intervention to prevent permanent impairment or damage. And that's exactly what happened to Kathleen.
And her husband.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop this link in there. You guys can peruse it. See, the only reason that I'm letting you guys know about this is because this shit is happening on a wide scale, and they're giving us fewer options to even have insurance under when we do get insurance, because they are so busy making profit. And I thought that it was so apropos, and I'm not saying that it was a good thing. I'm just saying, based upon my knowledge, based upon me talking about this last year, I thought it was apropos that he was on his way to a shareholders gathering. Queen Tulsa, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say that the insurance is definitely a big business. I don't Do you remember when there was an opioid crisis? And
Oh
I know
yeah.
it was it was really big here in Oklahoma. And there were doctors that had got their license taken away because they were doing the scripts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is another thing, getting people on all those, medications, and then they get strung out on them. And
And
that's
what?
kind of like the
Yeah.
addictions, you know?
And what about that pharmaceutical company that got sued for billions for that opioid
Hmm.
thing? And they said that they, after they were bankrupt, they don't want to be on the hook to continue to pay this money. So they hid their money, and then they said that, hey, this is all we got, and we shouldn't have to be, we shouldn't have to pay more because we have nothing else. And Biden was the one who blocked that, and they was like, no, and if you ever get another dime, you still gonna pay this verdict. It was it was a family. I forget the name of the family, and they were sending these opioids out like they were candy, like all these pharmaceutical representatives was going all over the country into all these doctors' offices, saying that these opioids were not addictive when they knew that they were highly addictive, and they were giving them out as candy, as free samples to give to your patients. That's how it started.
And then let me just also mention this. When you go into your doctor's office and stuff like this, and they have these new medications that they want to try out, I would say hold off on it, get a second opinion before you start going to go take stuff. I would even say go and get a third opinion, you know, because like in that fine little print, it'd be the information that you just kind of skip over. And then going back to the MRI story, the young lady that you had up here earlier, she came up here and said that she worked for the insurance company and she was going to sign off for an
Cruiser,
individual.
oh, Cruiser ain't no
Yeah.
young lady. No, I'm just kidding, Cruiser. Go
Oh,
ahead, Cruiser.
but she says she experienced that with the MRI, and then we just seen it on here. So it's definitely real, and y'all definitely pay attention, you know?
Exactly. Now, the CEO of I showed you him in one of the earlier videos. What is his name? Libby United Healthcare Whitty. So you heard him saying that it was so good that Biden didn't stop them from overcharging Medicare in my first video. And then you saw him talking about all the different areas that they are touching people's lives in medicine. Let's see. Let's see about his past. Okay. No, this is Thompson. That's not. I want Whitty. Hold on one second. Let's see about his past. Let's check him out a little bit. He is also the one who worked for the pharmaceutical company that was fined $3.3 billion for fraud. He is now the CEO of United Healthcare. Let's see. Da, 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 da. He was on. He had very prestigious things. He was a member of the UN high level panel on access to medicine. He let me see. Oh, in 2015, this is when he was over the pharmaceutical company. They said that he wasn't doing a good job, and they called to split the pharmaceutical company up into three parts. And Whitty announced that he was stepping down as the executive. So they had gotten a word that they weren't doing a good job, and he became the CEO of Optimum, a division of the United Healthcare in 2018. November 2019, he was named as the president of United Healthcare, in addition to his role as CEO of Optimum. So he is another United Healthcare worker who had dual CEO roles that were in conflict of interest. From April 2020 to December 2020, he took leave of absence because of the coronavirus, and he was working with the World Health Organization to find a cure, vaccine for the coronavirus. He became CEO of United Healthcare Group in February 2021. In April 2021, he was also appointed to the Pandemic Preparedness Partnership, the PPP, an expert group chaired by Valence to advance the G7 presidents held in the government of the Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson. So and didn't Boris Johnson almost die from the COVID-19, and he had this dude on his team? That should tell you something right there. In 2022, his total compensation from United Healthcare Group was $23.5 million. So he had a 352 to $1 pay difference than his lowest paid employee. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, wait a minute. It was something he did. I can't find it. I don't think I. Oh, in 2013, the People Republics of China announced that they were investigating allegations of fraud perpetrated by that pharmaceutical company going back to 2007, and involving billions of Chinese money, whatever their money is called. Whitty stated that it appeared that certain senior executives in China business have acted outside of our process and controls to both defraud the company and the Chinese healthcare system. To these allegations about the people working for SKG is shameful. For me personally, they are deeply disappointing. So this is the same man. So China caught their hands in 2013 of defrauding them all the way back until 2007. This is the same man who had to pay $3.3 billion for fraud in the United States. So he's been doing fraud for a long time. Long time. So let me get you to where I want you with him today. So after what happened yesterday, guess who had to show his face? So after yesterday, after the CEO who was doing insider trading and all this type of stuff, and not telling his shareholders so he can get personally rich before that the DOJ investigation came down. So then he has to come out, and we get to see him in current day after all of the billions of dollars that he defrauded as well. So let's see what he had to say about what happened yesterday. Here is Whitty making a statement. Hold on.
Okay, I'm still with you. I'm just over here on the phone.
But how much grieving did you do for the people who you were supposed to provide health care for? That's what I want to know. Okay, I, what is this? Okay, so that's I'm gonna give you guys one more link. You can peruse this uh, in your spare time. This is just some information about the horrible tactics that these insurance companies are really up to. So I'm not saying that it is good that anything happened to that man, but what I'm saying is, um, shit. Where were they when it was time to take care of their business that they were being paid to do? That's all I'm saying. And any number of people, from shareholders who got shitted on to a disgruntled insurer, any number of people could have done this. So it has been a lot of white on white crime going on out here. Okay. So anybody else have anything to say? Uh, I feel it's my responsibility to be an advocate for my patients, because so many don't know how to fight the system and become victims to a system that is supposed to help them. Thank you, Bible Lady. I appreciate you coming by, and I appreciate you saying that. Bible Lady, I want to thank you for helping people who you are representing. We need more. We definitely need more advocates. Okay, so let me see. Um, the doctor was giving me was the doctor was given, I guess you say, been opioids and sent me to pain management. They gave me even more opioids. They just wanted to keep that money flowing. That's why they do that.
And
So
they
is
know that
there?
they'll get addicted to them too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Mm-hmm.
you were saying earlier, they got to keep that cash flow going. So instead of solving the problem, they want to keep the problem going and kind of like medicate it in it.
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk to you and give you guys the information on that. They say that the person who did the alleged shooting, he wrote 3 words on each bullet casing. Uh, in one of these links that I gave you, they said that it seems like United Healthcare had a anthem of deny, delay, and defend, which means deny the claims, delay when you're going to pay the claim if they appeal, and then defend why you denied and delayed it. So it just I already had this up in my thing to say and talk about that. This seems to be their anthem of how they operated at United Healthcare. And when I heard that they had written some words on the shell casings, the words that they wrote on the shell casing was deny, defend, and depose. And I was just like, that's crazy. That is funny. That so this is something intercorporate. I'm assuming from what I'm getting, this is related to some job type shit, in my opinion. Because how can you have these 3 words so closely intermingled, and the only different word is defend? Either you're going to be you can look at that 2 ways. In court, you have to defend yourself, or you are have to be deposed by or by counsel about your actions. So defend, depose, those are court words, and then the deny and delay. I mean, come on. It's just a lot. I don't know. So now all prescriptions are facts. Yes, they are. Or yes, they are. So anything else for you? Any closing words, Queen Tulsa?
No, I just want to say thank you for the engaging conversation. I love the education that the crowd and the supporters have been feeding back to us. I got a lot of knowledge, and I look forward to the next show. Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
It's been a pleasure having you up. I hope you have a great day.
You as well, on purpose. Later.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you, Coco. I just, I just had some feelings about this because, not for nothing, we all have to live in this world, and not for nothing. I think that while it's always good to, laugh and, have some fun and get away from your worries of the day and let your hair down and stuff. But it's to our detriment if that's all we do every day and we do not even stop to understand what's going on in the world around us. It's to our own detriment. That's all I'm saying. So when I saw that and I remembered United Healthcare was one. I covered this over a year ago of the things that they were doing at United Healthcare just to make these huge profits and stuff. I've already talked about this. It's been over a year ago. So I just, it just got my mind to thinking like, what could this be? So I'm just gave you guys some information. Let me make sure I showed all the banners that I had. What was this one? That's and they are also appealing. They were also trying to appeal. What was this one? United Healthcare to appeal at the jury awards Team Health 60 million in damages. Why were they awarded 60 million in damages? A Las Vegas jury on Monday found United Healthcare guilty of underpaying Team Health physicians for emergency service in the latest legal salvo between the nation's largest payer and private equity-backed provider group. So, and they had the nerve to appeal it after the jury awarded them that. Okay, there's another lawsuit where Envision Physician Services Company accused United of forcing providers to take drastically reduced reimbursement rate during contract negotiation or forcing them out of the network entirely. Okay, the lawsuit also accuses United of targeting large medical groups owned by private equity firms such as Envision while building out its provider network under Optum subsidiary. So they're double dipping. Okay, so there has been a lot of a lot that United Healthcare is doing to monopolize the medical field. Where's that? They are in control of over 700,000 doctors in the United States. I think it's 700. Is it 700,000? It could be 77,000 doctors in the United States. All work under United Healthcare. 77,000 doctors. So that's a lot of doctors who are, if they don't comply with what United Healthcare wants them to do, they can find themselves out of network. Or getting a whole lot of their a lot of their uh, services that they are requesting on their patients denied, thus putting them in financial jeopardy. You understand? Capiche? Capiche? That's how they make sure the doctors do what they want them to do. Make me some money for me and my shareholders. Fuck these motherfuckers. Anyway, that's all I wanted. It's a mess. It's a mess. So don't forget the 14th. It's a charcuterie board competition. Don't forget the 15th. Come over and meet me over here at 3 p.m. And the content creators give back to the subscribers. Y'all stay clear of this white on white crime going on around here. So I think that's it. I think I covered all. Look at how much you can do when you don't fulfill your contracts to give health care to somebody. You can grow from 35 billion in 2010 to over 450 billion in 2024. United Healthcare is the largest healthcare insurer in the United States. Let me see. The U.S. spends most on healthcare, but has worst health outcomes among high-income countries. Here's another. That's CNN. Even Fox is telling that U.S. healthcare is spending nearly double that of other high-income countries, and have far worse outcomes, health outcomes, and are living shorter. Okay, I think that's everything. I just want to make sure I didn't. Okay, this is about the AI doing approvals and denials. They do far more denials than approvals because the way they have set the algorithm up. So they're not even. You heard that one doctor said he was copying off of the denial nurses. Statements without even opening files. There are some doctors said that they can deny claims, 500 claims in 5 minutes. The way they have the system set up. Because it's no. Usually, you have to have a doctor go through your file, open your file, consider different variables and stuff before they don't have to do any of that now. They have an algorithm set up. If it's done by AI, if it's done by the denial nurse, or even if it's done by the doctor, they have a algorithm set up that they don't even have to open your case. These boxes are checked, so therefore it must be a denial. So that's what's going on. So I think that a lot of people are rightly upset with these insurance companies and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I'm going to go back through this. I know I missed a lot of comments because when I'm showing stuff, I'm behind the scenes, so I don't see a lot of your comments. But I appreciate everybody in any information or comments that you gave. If you like the content, if you like the show, if you want to support the channel, you can $ me at Ronnie Q. And before I leave, can somebody put Jess Sarah link in the chat? Jess Sarah is doing Christmas decorations. You can get personalized Christmas gifts. She does a myriad of different type of craft, very professionally done. It is December 5th. She ships them out a package very securely and safely. And go over there and visit her at War 10 Creates, WAR, the number 10 Creates, and get in contact with her. She's the same name on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And get you some Christmas crafts. She has a lot of things already set up, ready to go. All you have to do is call her, tell her what you're interested in, look at some of the pictures that she have set up, ready to go. She'll get it in a box to you, and you'll have it in time to enjoy the Christmas season. So check out Just Sarah. Go over there and check out Very Carey. She does an early morning live. She comes on before me. She wakes us up with brain teasers and riddles and puzzles and stuff to get the minutia moving in your brains early in the morning. Not so much for me sometimes, but sometimes it kicks in and I get it together. Oh, hold on, I have someone else up here. Hold on one second. Miss Toby.
Yeah, hey girl.
how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Okay, tell you this is a good live, very informative, very informative.
Miss Toby,
Um,
Miss Toby, Miss Toby, Miss Toby. Your phone is going in and out.
yes.
You have it. That's better.
Oh, girl,
Okay.
girl. Okay, I said, yeah, this live. I'm in the kitchen, girl. Yeah, this live was very informative.
I'm
Thanks
glad you
again,
like
once
it.
again, Ronnie. Too.
I'm glad you like it. And now I saw your little doggy on Bertha May's live yesterday. So he does look cute, and you left his ears long.
No, it's a long like that.
Oh, he has long ears.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you just left his ears long. So I heard you
Mm,
said you got to put a little weight on him, but he still is a cutie pie. So I saw him yesterday. I was like, oh, look at Charming. Would you call him Charm?
Yeah, I call him Sean.
Look at Charm. He is so cute.
Girl, yes, but he's so hyper. But it's okay. I'll be fine. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that this was a great live, very informative. You know what? It definitely stop, y'all. You hear them in the background playing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, it definitely sounded like a hit to me, in my opinion.
Mine as well.
Yeah, and then it kind of reminded me of the movie with Denzel Washington. Remember, it was a movie where
When he was in Mexico guarding that little girl.
no, it
Oh,
reminded me
which
of
one?
the movie where he was in a hospital when he took the hospital for hostages because they wouldn't give his son the operation because the insurance company was giving him grief.
Right. I
What was
know.
it,
Can't
Johnny?
remember the
Was it
name.
John Key or was it John Key?
John Q. John Q.
Okay.
Yes. It
See,
sure
I was
was.
thinking like, was it a John Q situation? I don't know. With so much stuff I'm thinking in my head, what it could have
It,
been.
yeah, it could have been a whole lot of stuff. So, I yeah. When I saw what was on that bullet, and I was like, all those bullet shells, and I couldn't find the where I initially got that statement. This statement was actually off of one of the YouTube videos that I had written, that I had looked at, deny, delay, defend. They said that seemed like that was their anthem. That I didn't pull this up my own. That was on one of the actual videos that I watched about them. And then to find out that deny, defend, depose was on their actual shell casings, I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
Let me find
Damn.
that dude. Let me find that video. Maybe the person who did that video, I got to see if his eyes and nose match up to what I see. I may be able about to win this reward. I may have found the culprit. But girl, yeah, that had already been stated. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And yeah, I just had to talk about some, that.
Yeah. So yeah. So did you talk about um? No, we probably talk about that on Monday about that damn Walmart commercial.
No, I didn't talk about the Walmart commercial where Nia Long and who came back to do a Walmart commercial in the middle of us boycotting Walmart for taking out DEI, and then here they come putting out a commercial like we give a fuck about this goddamn commercial. These actors are being paid. These are not just commercial actors. These are actors. They gonna get their money. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit y'all doing, Walmart. Is
Yeah,
that what is that
but
what
I
you talking
think
about?
yeah, with Lorenz Tate and Nia Long, because I went on IG and it seemed like a lot of people were adding that down, like what's up with this? Why would y'all do such a commercial like this? But like I said, I think it's a possibility. They probably, they do commercials like that months and months ahead of time.
Well, there was somebody who was a manager at Walmart, and she said that they buy their Christmas things at least 2 years in advance. Like they buy all of their summer things, Christmas things, seasonal things. They buy it 2 years at a time, and they're sitting in the warehouse. So I'm pretty sure that but they, I I'm pretty sure that this commercial was filmed long before the holiday
Hmm.
season.
Yeah, it
That
probably was from long before the holidays, but I wonder if it's a possibility if they're going to get so much heat from it that they're going to say, well, um, I'll give y'all back the money y'all gave me to film the commercial. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with that. But yeah, I was very disappointed in that as well. And yeah, so I I totally forgotten about it, but I'm glad you reminded me about that. So
Hmm.
I yeah, I was disappointed in that.
Yeah, so I don't know, because yesterday, like I said, I saw that a lot of people were adding them on IG, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they ever responded back to it yet. But like I said, that commercial could have been filmed like in August. You just never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, because someone I
Yeah,
follow, yeah, because a girl that I follow on YouTube, she's a successful YouTuber. She just filmed a commercial for Home Depot. But when I looked on her channel, she did behind the scenes, and she said she filmed that in August, and they filmed it at her home, and it was for the holidays. It was like a Christmas commercial for Home Depot.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but it's unfortunate, but shit. I hope people stay on task and be like, forget that.
yeah, because as a whole, as a community, we are, like consumer consumers. We are large. We're
Yeah,
consuming, the money, the pockets. How much people get from us.
yep, exactly. We are some of the largest consumers, even in hair care alone. You know, yeah. So I told and this Jeff Bezos shit. So Jeff Bezos is he owns the oh, I didn't know I was playing that. The Washington Post. What is it? The Washington Post that Jeff Bezos owns that newspaper, and he wouldn't let them um endorse a candidate, and because they were going to endorse Harris, and he owns Amazon, right?
Hmm.
So he better be careful, because he's out here looking out for his own self-interest, and when he wouldn't allow his editorial staff do what they have done for the past 59 years and endorse a candidate, and then yesterday he came out and said that he wants to work with Elon Musk and helping him you know take things off the budget, and to get rid of a lot of regulation. Of course, you want to get rid of a lot of regulation, because the regulations you want to get on is regulating you and your business, richest second richest man in the United States. Of course, you want to. And him and Trump had such a what is it, tumultuous time the last time Trump was in office, that Trump was always saying negative shit about him, and I don't think he's paying enough taxes for that Amazon thing, and this, that, and the other. Now he has done what uh, Scarborough and Misha Brzezinski have done. He has bent the knees. Yesterday, he was out there talking about he wanted to work with them and this, that, and the other. But he also has some type of space program that he's working on as well. So that all the money that Elon Musk, and all the contracts Elon Musk is getting for his space program. So let's be clear. This is a whole lot of self interest stuff, and he said that he felt that it was important, and he still take his stance that the paper shouldn't have endorsed any candidate. Motherfucker, that paper been endorsing candidates for 60 years, and it would seem biased. And now so he said he still stand on that, and he's going to rebuild his paper. He lost a lot of editors. He lost a lot of writers who have been with that paper for 20 and 30 years, and they was like, this is a bridge too far. And he said, well, he's going to, he lost a lot of subscriptions, a lot of people unsubscribed from the paper. And he said, well, I'm just going to rebuild the Washington Post, and we're going to make it bigger and better. They said that he plans to put a lot of more right leaning writers and articles and pieces in the Post now. So while you doing that dumb shit, you have to understand that the Washington Post wasn't making you all that money. What's making you all that money is Amazon. So you pissed the wrong people off, and people stop going to Amazon. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck what you think. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, but that might be hard because Amazon for some people is like crap.
I understand. I understand. Look, in Montgomery, riding the bus was like crap until it wasn't. Until they bought that, until they did the Montgomery bus boycott, until people start doing gypsy taxis and making sure their neighbor got to where they needed, and was out there helping each other get a ride. We need more people helping each other. So that's all I'm saying. Shit, we need people investing in Black businesses. That's not a bad thing. So
right.
I understand, but sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to really get comfortable.
And sacrifice. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And see the bigger picture. I understand.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay, well, like I said once again, this is a great live. I really enjoyed it, other than when Rex got on the panel, but I
digress. I had to keep the car. I had to keep the car driving. Okay, yeah. Keep driving, girl.
I was like, Rex, please just come in the chat with us, honey, child. Jesus.
Yeah, Rex, all right. Yeah, but but I like the fact that that really sparked his interest. He was really curious. You don't know where to start. No question is a bad question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you educated him on some things this morning, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right then. I know you're not going live. I know you're not going live tomorrow, right? Because it's Friday.
I'm going live tomorrow. I may do a membership only because I owe them a membership only live before the Secret Santa thing. So I may do my members only live. And if you don't see me set up with a live in the morning, that means I'm going to do a members only live sometime later in the morning or early afternoon for you guys on the East Coast. So maybe about 2:00 on the East Coast. So if you don't see me set up with a live in the morning, it's going to be a members only live set up later.
Okay, well, all right. Well, have a good day, and I guess I'll see you in these streets.
All right, have a good one.
I hope we don't have another day of just Krista content, but probably so.
Girl. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. $ Ronnie Q, if you want to support the channel. I had a good time with you guys, and I will I might see you around the YouTube streets. All right, that's it for me, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Buy a Strictly Platinum. I watch she won't even be here today.
I listen to my Ronnie Q.
There she is.
And they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair.
Bye, y'all.
She's coming through. She's on the air. It's time for Ronnie Q. They are rare and they are few who can compare with Ronnie Q. So grab a chair, she's coming through. She's on the air. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q. It's time for Ronnie. In the morning while I'm driving, Ronnie, I really come alive when it's time for Ronnie. I listen to my Ronnie. Ronnie, I listen to my Ronnie. It's time for Ronnie Q.